Hello and welcome to 2-Day Rentals. Just recently I got a chance to attend the Dusty Attic Toy Show. It's a toy show that happens in the DFW area, Dallas-Fort Worth area here in Texas. It happens the second Sunday of every month, I do believe. It's not a toy show that I've ever attended before. I've heard about it for a while now and time just hasn't allowed me to get out there. It's not super close to where I live, so it's a bit of a trek out there, but I'm really glad that we took the time to go out and see what it was all about, and I really hope to make it back there again very, very soon. And what I like about the show is it's by collectors for collectors, in the sense that, yeah, there may be prices on some things, but as most of the vendors said, that's a suggestion. And I believe every show kind of has a theme. To my knowledge, this one had a Godzilla theme, so the King of Monsters himself was out there for a photo op, and he's not just standing still, ladies and gentlemen. He's actually walking around the venue, taking pictures, and really bringing a lot of fun atmosphere to the show. Entry fee was super cheap. I believe it was $2 a person, $3 a person, something like that. So, you know, really, like I said, it's for collectors by collectors. You're not going to see a ton of price gouging. I think everyone's fair and really willing to make a deal. And it's by no means a large show. It's in a smaller sort of convention area, but I do like that. I feel like I can make several rounds inside the show, walk around it a couple times and take everything in, so I know I'm not really missing anything. So let's jump into some of the stuff I found. First off, the Shaman Predator. I believe this may be 2011, 2012 NECA. And anytime I see these loose for a good price, I pick them up. Well, I say not anytime, but if I can find them loose for a good price, I pick them up. And, you know, I like what NECA has done over the years with their Predator figures, and I like to add to my Predator, Alien vs. Predator shelf. And so for a good price, it's not one that I have. I like the color scheme on it. It'll stand out with the rest of them that I have because it's that sort of almost monotone color, but I do like it, and it was a really good price. Next up, I'll cover two things that my wife really wanted. You know, I think she's starting to get into this collecting thing like I have. I mean, she's very supportive of everything that I do. She loves that I have this really neat hobby. She gets into it, but she pointed out a few things that she just couldn't leave at the convention. First is this Sorcerer Mickey. I really prefer this version of Mickey. I think that it's probably my favorite. And then, of course, this very cute but scary at the same time Wampa, which, you know, I didn't have either one of these things. So she had a really good eye. She saw these things. She just really liked them and wanted to take them home. And they'll sit great in my collection with the rest of my stuff. So those are some things that she saw that she wanted to bring home with her. Next thing I found was this larva Mothra, or Mothra in her larva form, and I've been wanting a larva form Mothra for a while, and a really good price on this, and it's just something that I've wanted to add to my collection. Mothra may be my favorite kaiju. I don't have her in her larva form, and so seeing it in person sure does beat ordering one online and just kind of going about it that way. So finding one in person was nice, and I was glad to take it home with me. Next up, we have the McFarlane Movie Maniacs Series 7 Corporal Hicks Collectors Club exclusive version. At one point in time, many moons ago, I had the just regular release, and it's Corporal Hicks without his helmet, donning a pulse rifle. This one comes with a bit extras. You actually get Hicks with the helmet and the shotgun with a facehugger in tow, and also a opened xenomorph egg. So this one's just really, really neat. And yeah, you know, like I said, I used to have just the regular version, so I think this one's just a bit more special because it is a slightly different variation of the one I had. And so I was happy to reintroduce this particular figure into my collection, though slightly different than the one I had before. So while I was busy talking to one of the booth vendors, my wife pointed out at his table these really neat pins. And that's something I do collect. I don't really talk about my pin collection a lot here at 2-Day Rentals. I can't say it's that expansive. I don't have that many, but anytime I see a booth that has these, I try to take a gander at them and just see if there's anything that stands out as being neat. And these really, I thought, were cool, especially the Inspector Gadget one, the Chip and Dale one, and the Roger Rabbit one. My wife also picked up her an X-Files pin. We've been on an X-Files kick lately. So these are neat. They are fun to collect. They are not very big, obviously. They store easily. And so maybe one day I'll go through some of my favorite pins that I have in my collection. But I thought these were really cool. Keeping on the theme with Disney and cartoons, I found this awesome 4-pack of the Disney Afternoon cartoons. You got Tailspin, you've got Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, DuckTales, and you know, I don't have any of these. I'm pretty sure as a kid I had all of these because, if I'm not mistaken, you could find these in cereal boxes, Kellogg cereal boxes back in the 90s, and all the ones I have are long since gone. And I don't really see these that often still like on the card, and I'm not sure if this was something you could buy in the store that Kellogg's was promoting. I don't really know a lot about it. And so I thought it was neat getting these 4 characters together, and so yeah, and it's you know, Chip and Dale and DuckTales and Tailspin definitely are 3 of my favorite Disney Afternoon cartoons, and I just love how these are presented. I think I'll keep them in there for the time being, but I thought these were really cool. Gotta love the bootleg stuff. Booty, 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 bootlegs. And anytime I'm at a toy show or flea market, I look for that sort of thing. And this thing, I can't really tell if it's a bootleg or some sort of abomination that someone created, like a custom figure, but it's Sting's head on a Sting scorpion body, scorpion stinger body or whatever. And so it was just too quirky to pass up. Sting is one of my favorite wrestlers from back in the day. He recently retired, and I thought, what better way to have a tribute to him? And I think I've got a couple of other Sting figures I'll put this up next to, and it's just so weird, right? And so Sting on a scorpion's body. If you know what body this figure's from, I would love to know. The Sting head's probably, you know, WWE, I think it's Mattel or Hasbro that does those. I don't really collect a lot of wrestling figures these days. But yeah, it was just too quirky to pass up. Something that's one of a kind, I would think. A total abomination, but I absolutely love it. I picked up these really awesome custom 3D printed figures or figurines. And you know, a lot of times when you see these custom 3D printed figures, the quality is just okay. You can tell they're a little rough around the edges. These, however, were fantastic. This frog was really cute. My wife picked that one out. And then I had to go for the Ghost and Goblins figure. It's just awesome. And like I said, the quality on these was really, really great. And the guy had some really good stuff. And for me, the find of the day was the Destroyer truck from Tonka. This is 1986, and it's from their Steel Monsters line. This is a line that I knew very little about, really, up until not too terribly long ago. I vaguely remember seeing some of these vehicles. It's a neat line. It's definitely an homage to Mad Max, and I'd never see these out. And I've told myself if I ever do, price is right, I'll pick it up. And the gentleman that we got the Wampa from, Sting with a scorpion body, and the Disney Afternoon figurines, I got this there as well. So we were able to bundle it all together, and he gave me a great price for all 3 of these. So I'm itching to maybe get an enemy vehicle as well. So stay tuned for that. I like balance with my action figures, so if I have a good guy, I gotta have a bad guy. And what I love about it is, you know, you can find some figures, even though they did figures for these, you can find some figures that kind of look Mad Max or that dystopian future, apocalyptic future, Mad Max and the Road Warriors type thing to play along with these at that, you know, 1/18th scale or 3 3/4 scale. So I think maybe I'll try to hunt some of those down. The original figures are very hard to come by. Even these vehicles are hard to come by. And this one was in decent shape. And it's, you know, it's metal. That's how Tonka did it back in the day. And there's a lot of room to add some stuff. I think it's obviously not complete. I think it came with some stuff in the back, maybe some guns that were mounted on top. But A line that I've just kind of recently got into, maybe over the past few years, and I've never seen any of this stuff out, but I would definitely love to add to this. And I just thought it was kind of the find of the day for me because it's just something I don't ever really see out and about. I like doing these toy hunting videos, and I've got another one that I'm working on. I visited Trader's Village. It's also in the DFW, Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area in Texas, and it's a bit longer video. I captured a lot more footage. I think I found a few more things there, and so stay tuned for that one. I hopefully will have it out here in the not so distant future. So let me know, do you have any toy shows or conventions that you're headed to in the near future? What are some of your favorites? Do you have flea markets or your old haunts that you always go to find treasures? I would love to know. I love talking about this stuff. I love being introduced to new things. If it's your first time here and you like what you've watched, hit subscribe, hit the notification button. I try to post 1-2 videos a month. And, I'd love to talk about movies, movie merchandise, definitely toys, video games from time to time, music every now and again, and all that fun stuff that I love to collect. And I know, based on conversations that I've had, so many of you viewers do as well, and I can't thank you enough for all those that have subscribed already and have joined in the conversation. And it's like I say at the end of all my videos, let's be kind as we rewind and fast forward through time. Thank you so much for stopping by.